going to be sharing with you all of the products that I was able to finish up in the month of June. So anyway, if you like project panning, empties, if you like lifestyle content, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I upload next. Let me know in the comments down below what product you recently finished or what you're trying to finish, and let's get right into this video. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is a laundry detergent from Sunlight. If you guys remember in my previous empties, I was talking about Old Dutch, which was awful. This is Sunlight and I paid about $11 for it, and it lasted me a while and I really liked it. I felt like it cleaned your laundry very, very well. I would probably only get it if it was on sale. I don't think I'd pay full price because I feel like it doesn't last as long as other detergents that I've tried, but on sale I think it's good. I feel like if you're looking for like a good reliable detergent, this one was pretty good. The next item I used up was a Lysol all-purpose cleaner in the scent Apple Blossoms, and I really liked this. I really do prefer the Lysol sprays over bleach or Clorox or Javex or whatever they are. I can't stand those. I always feel like these last a really long time. I think they're like $3. I typically get them when they're on sale and they last a long time. They're powerful, they work, they clean well. There's not much to say about it. I really like this cleaner and I would get it again because I have one. And the last item in like the lifestyle category is this Purex hand sanitizer. I always like to mention the hand sanitizers that I finished, so I can put a reminder out there. It is still important to like sanitize your hands, social distance, you know, everything like that, especially in Ontario when things are finally starting to open back up. So we did finish one of these Purex hand sanitizers. I really liked this one. I'm currently using one that is like an eco-friendly or like a more natural one, and I really don't like it, but this one I did like. It was nice consistency, it didn't have any smell to it, and I really enjoyed it. So this is one I would definitely get again, and the bottle lasts so long. I really enjoyed it, so if I ever see these again, I would definitely pick them up and I definitely recommend them. So now we're gonna go to like body care and skincare. So I ended up using the Lubriderm Sensitive Lotion. This stuff is amazing. This stuff is so good. If you're looking for a good body moisturizer, I'd highly recommend this. I've picked this up at least 4 times and I will pick it up again. I have a CeraVe one and it works, and the ingredients are similar. Like, they're fairly similar. You can get this on sale for like $5. It lasts forever. A little goes a long way. It's not very greasy on the skin. It absorbs nicely. This one doesn't have a scent. I think they do have one that does have a scent, but they have different ones. This one is for sensitive and dry skin. This is fragrance-free, dye-free, lanolin-free. I love it. Like, I honestly could not recommend this enough. It has been shown in my empties multiple times. I have recommended this to so many people, and if I needed a body moisturizer, I would just go and get this. Like, I wouldn't look around in the drugstore for like the next best thing. I wouldn't. Like, I would just go and get this because I know it's actually gonna work and it's actually gonna like last me a really long time for the price. So this here, if you're looking for a good moisturizer for your body, I can't recommend this enough. Like, I can use this for my hands, I can use this for my body, I can use this on my really dry spots, let's say like my elbows or my feet, and it just works. And what I like about this one especially is because it doesn't have a scent, it doesn't make my dry skin worse. Sometimes when I have a lotion with a scent in it, I find that it can make my skin a little bit worse. So anyway, I love this. I would highly recommend it. The only one that I would be curious on trying out is the Hemp's. But I mean, I would always have this for sure. Like, right now I am working on my CeraVe one and I don't find it to be as effective as this one. I don't find it to be worth the price. Honestly, I don't think I would even repurchase that one. I would just go straight for this one. I love this one way too much. This was something I ended up finishing in August, but I forgot to share it. It's obviously not this because I haven't finished it, but I ended up finishing a bar of soap, and it was literally like this size, this color, but it wasn't this one at all. It was from a different company, it was different scent. It was just like a sample soap. So I figured I would share with you that I did finish a bar soap. I thought I would include it in this one because I did actually finish it. I am switching over to bar soaps. I am currently working on my last body wash, and then I do want to switch over to bar soaps. I already have the bar soaps that I'm going to use, so I'm really excited for that because I do just prefer bar soaps, and then it's less like plastic, and I think it'll just be much better. So anyway, I am going to be switching over to bar soaps. I really loved that one. It was really good. I can't remember what it was. It was a while ago. I don't have the wrapper, and it was a sample, so I really don't remember. I wish I could, but anyway, I did finish some soap in August. That's why I'm putting it in here. But in June, I actually finished the Juice Cleanse Harper & Ari Exfoliating Sugar Cubes. I love these. I got these in the FabFitFun box, and honestly, if I were to see these in a store or on a website that I'm shopping at, like let's just say Sephora, or if I seen them on Amazon, or if I seen them somewhere, I would probably pick them up again because I actually really enjoy these, and I really like them. I don't remember how many cubes you get. I think 12. I can't exactly remember how many cubes you get, maybe like 10, but honestly, I really like them. I honestly enjoyed them so much. They smell amazing. I loved how they were gentle on the skin to exfoliate, but they exfoliated very well, and they cleansed very well. I know some people don't enjoy these because I feel like they can only use the cube once, but you could cut them to be smaller so that you could get more uses out of the cube if you wanted to. I know that's what I did because I didn't feel like I always needed to use the full cube, so I would just cut them and then I would have like more. So when I would cut them, I wouldn't have to use like the full cube every time. I would just need to use half a cube, and that worked for me. But I honestly love these. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase them. I would only purchase them like if I seen them as I was purchasing other things. But if you get like FabFitFun, or if you ever have the chance to get these, I would highly recommend getting them. So for my last like skincare item, this is the VT Cosmetics Cica sunscreen. Why couldn't I remember that? It's a sunscreen. I got this in PR years ago. The expiry date isn't passed, so even though I got it a couple years ago, it is still good. I really love this. I really enjoyed this. It went on just like a moisturizer, and I really wish that I could find a sunscreen that just goes on like a moisturizer and that is comfortable. It's not sticky. I really enjoyed this. Now to move into the category that you guys are probably all really excited about, the makeup, which I'm excited about because I did good. I am so excited. It is crazy now when I open up my makeup drawer and I don't have as much options as I used to, so it feels good, but in a way now I want to try new products, but I know I'm waiting. I'm still waiting to finish a few things until I purchase new makeup, but let's talk about the products that I finished. If you want to follow along my Project Pan, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell because honestly, it's a good time. I've been really enjoying my Project Pan. I enjoy project panning content. And if you're here, I think you would too. So the first thing I want to talk about are these samples from Marc Jacobs. My goal for this was to just use as many as I could in the month of June, which I did. I ended up finishing 4, which is great. And then I tried to use these last 2, but they were too dark for me. And it was towards the end of the month, so I mean, I could have tried using them as like a bronzer or something, but the month ended. So I was like, you know what? Instead of trying to make these work, because I did, like you can see this one here, there's like it's a little too dark so anyway, the month ended and I just figured I'm going to call this good. I completely used 4 out of 6 and I used like half a one. So the only one I never touched was this one, but it will be too dark for me. So I'm calling it good. I'm calling it quits. I am happy that I was able to use these samples. I honestly wish that they would only include like 2 because not everyone is going to be able to like use all of these, and honestly, if I wasn't doing a Project Pan, I probably wouldn't have even used them. So I enjoyed this. It sat on the skin beautifully. It looked so nice on the skin. It was great. The only thing I didn't like was the scent. It smelled like paint. It honestly reminded me of when I would go to like get a tattoo. That's the thing. And it just had that like smell to it. Like if you've gotten a tattoo, like the ink smell, or if you think of paint, it reminds me of that. So anyway, I don't think I would get this again. I'm happy to be rolling them out and decluttering the ones I don't need, and I used up 4, which I'm like super happy about. my Infallible Pro Glow. I ended up cutting the top of this, putting the rest of the product in here, and my goodness, this takes forever to use up. If you want a beautiful, glowy looking foundation, this is the way to go. It is not thick on your skin, it's not heavy, it is beautiful, and it is nice and glowy. You're not gonna look oily, you're not going to look too dewy. It is just a beautiful natural glow. It looks so nice on the skin. I honestly truly miss it. I think that this is one that I will repurchase in the winter when my skin is a little bit more dry, because I am trying to work through a concealer and a complexion stick right now. So this I will probably repurchase in the winter. If you're looking for a drugstore foundation that is going to last you a very long time, definitely get this. If you're looking for something light, definitely get this. This one here you can do a lot with. You can build it up, you can sheer it out, so you can mix it with a primer, you can mix it with a moisturizer, you're able to mix it with other foundations. I never had any issues with this except for that awful Maybelline foundation. I even tried to mix that Maybelline foundation with this and it looked awful. I used this foundation when my skin was a little bit more dry, and I also used this foundation when my skin was a little bit more oily and normal because of the summer. Sometimes it gets a little bit oily when it's hot out, but oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. I would highly recommend it to so many people. I only have two foundations that I truly love. This one and the Guerlain foundation. So I absolutely love it. I will be getting this again. I ended up finishing these illuminating drops from the Beauty Crop, and this was in my project pan, and my goal was to finish it for the summer, well, by June, and I did, which I'm really excited about. There is like product in here, but I took the stopper out. I tried scraping as much as I could out. I even put like a moisturizer in here to kind of thicken it up to get more out, and I just can't get any more out. So because my goal was to finish it in June, I felt like I reached my goal, I hit my goal, I completely finished as much as I could by June, and these were very nice and I did enjoy them. But because there was coconut oil in here, I noticed I could not use it on my face too much. Like I could use a tiny amount, like a very tiny amount, but I couldn't use as much as I normally would. So I tried mixing it with a primer and my face would break out. I would try mixing it with a foundation, my face would break out. If I tried to apply too much on my cheeks, I would break out. So I could only use a little bit, like let's say on my nose, maybe a little bit on my eyes, a little bit on my cheeks, just as a little bit of a topper. So instead of just getting rid of it, I decided that I was going to use this up basically until June with my body moisturizer, and it worked great. Now what I will say is if you end up doing that, make sure that you really mix it and use a lot of moisturizer, because this was pigmented. Oh my goodness, when I would use this for my body in the moisturizer, I would be like this color and glowing. So I would only use this on days where I would be staying home, and I would not want to use it on days where I was wearing like pants or a long sleeve, or if I was going to be like going to bed right away, because this would like, it was full. It was like full of makeup. So anyway, I did make it work. I feel like if this were to somehow come in my collection again, I honestly think I would give it away, because I feel like it was good, but I don't feel like I would want to go through this again. I feel like I did have to work to use it. So anyway, this was good, but it's not my favorite. And the last makeup item is actually this Winky Lux brow pencil, which I am so happy to finally be done with this brow pencil. I liked this. I feel like from a scale of 1 to 10, this was like a 6. Like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't my favorite. I did enjoy this. If I were to get it again, like in a bundle, in a subscription box, if it was sent to me, I would use it, but I would not go out of my way to purchase this again. I love the packaging. The thing that I found was the spoolie always had an off scent even if I would wash it. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's because of the cap. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but there's just something about it. I always mention that I am finished this. I did not like dig the rest out. This is the universal brow pencil. I enjoyed it because naturally I'm a brunette, but I do put blonde in my hair. So I liked it because when I had lighter hair, I was able to have like lighter brows, but if I had darker hair, I would be able to like darken my brows with this one pencil. But I don't think that one brow pencil is gonna work for everybody. I truly don't. I think that it would work for most, but I don't think it would work for everybody. Especially like if they had red hair, I don't think it would work. The other thing that I do find about this is it is a big like teardrop shape. My brows have not been done for like 4 months. I've been trying to maintain them. So my brows, they are pretty thick, they are pretty full, but at the ends they are a little bit smaller. And I do find that this one is very hard to like get a nice precise brow. And I do think that if you have smaller eyebrows than I do, this may not work for you. Like I said, this is about a 6 for me. If I were to get it in a bundle of makeup, if I were to get it in PR, if I were to get it as a gift or something, I would use it, but I would not go out of my way for it. Last but not least, I ended up finishing this Gucci Guilty little sample foundation. Fragrance, I'm happy I finished this. It smelled so good. I think this was a men's cologne, but honestly, I ended up using it because I have an Ariana Grande perfume, and some days it was nice just to kind of break that sweetness up with something a little bit different. And then when samples come in, I typically will stop using that perfume and then just use this. This did take me a little bit longer because it did have lavender in it, and lavender and I, we're not the best of friends. Lavender and I, we are just not a pair. Even in room sprays, even in fragrances, if there's a lot of lavender or if it's a pure lavender, lavender and I are not my friend. But anyway, that is that for all of these empties. I am so excited to be done all of these products. I have a ton already for July, and we're not even done July. So I'm really excited for next month. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when I upload next. Leave me a comment on an item that you have finished or you're trying to finish, and I will see you all in the next one very, very soon. Bye.